It's not coming. Yes, the Bell Adventure is live now. We're live for the first time in a month. It's so exciting.
Hello. Welcome to the Bell Adventure live stream. We have an audience of two.
Whoop, whoop.
We have an under-enthusiastic audience.
And lots of interference.
Yeah. Mini cabs. That's what people always say.
Let's share this post so everybody knows we're live. Very exciting.
It gets better, trust me. It gets better.
I'm going to just turn off my internet on here.
Well, folks, it's been an interesting run since we saw you last, or you saw us last at least.
Pops is straight in there. Boom. Where's the hair?
Oh yeah, I had a haircut.
Big week. It's been a big week.
Yep. I'm a lot lighter. I feel like I've got a tiny head. Now, I don't have a tiny head. I've got one of the biggest heads in the UK. It's been measured. It's enormous. It's 63 centimetres.
Prone to exaggeration,
I believe. Bell Adventure is live now.
This is so exciting. Tommy Harsh, hello gorgeous. Really nice to see your name pop up. Hi, Vicky and Laird, Pops and Chris, Mike over there. Papworth contingent en masse. My mum says you're looking great, Simon.
Thanks, Helen.
Hello, Mummy. Bev and Mike, hello. Let's turn that volume down. I can hear myself shrieking from my phone. Guys, we're live. I'm so excited. I actually felt slightly nervous this afternoon and when we were setting up because it's been a while.
I've barely played the guitar in 3 months. There was a good portion of time where I was only playing on the live streams and not at all during the week. So we've spent the last few days with me trying to remember how to play songs. I remembered some of them.
Right, I'm just going to try and move this mic slightly lower and higher so that it's not right in front of my mouth. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Neve. Hey, June. Oh, thanks, Mike. Carolyn, hello. Oh, how are you guys? What have you been doing for the last month?
Obviously not listening to music or watching anybody else's live stream.
Tonight we're going to play the entirety of our album and we're going to intersperse that with some of our favourite covers. And of course, if you guys want to hear anything, then you know the drill, just shout and we may or may not play it. May or may not play it. Right, we're going to start with Never Again.
This song is about never going back to those old relationships that you left because you left them for a reason, no matter how good they look or how lonely you're feeling on a quiet post-lockdown Friday in Clifton.
It's never a good idea.
Mike, it's never a good idea.
Don't do it.
Hold on.
Dress that day, I never looked as good again. I must admit, I felt some pain that I could never get and look again. Never again. Never again. Never again. Hair that day, you never looked as good again. Just the bestest buddy of me, but I can never get that look again. Never again. Never again. Never again. You pressed my shirt that day and never looked as smooth again. I went and bought the same Never again. You can never go back. You can never go back. You can never go back.
There's a reason you left town. It's not wise to go back down. You can't second guess yourself. Your decision must be true.
You can always justify it to you.
Ooh, ooh.
Never again. Never again. Never again.
Thank you very much. Yay, I'm really happy. It's so nice to play again. To you guys at home and to you guys as well. It's so nice.
Let us know if it sounds weird or funky or good.
Well, it sounds weird and funky in my ears. There is a lot of interference going on from somewhere.
Minicabs.
Hello to Julian and Charlotte. Hello to Team Hegarty. Oh, Joe and Kev Rich. Hi, guys. I am so happy to see all of your names pop up. Hope you're all doing all right. Oh, Joe, thank you very much. That's really nice of you. Yeah, what news? What has been going on? How have you been dealing with the easing of lockdown and restrictions? And have you been out to eat anywhere nice? Had a drink somewhere? Is it weird? We've not really done that much because we've been quite busy moving down to Bristol, where we are.
But I'm having
a renovation.
Yeah, so I finished my job in London and I start a job in Devon in a week and a half, building cabins, which is very exciting. It was going to be on Tuesday, but they pushed it back a week, which is really good for me.
Yeah, so check out Lifespace Cabins, everybody. They're based in Yalton in Devon. A really cool company. And,
It was like a little plug. Like
It was, yeah.
Well, it was obviously
Why
it was,
not?
but it was like a sponsorship. Now a word from our sponsors, Lifespace Cabins. Yeah, which means I'm on holiday, which is great. The bottle bank has never been so busy.
it's true. Paul has just said that Pickle just lost a tooth during a gig. Very exciting. Congratulations,
Holy
Pickle.
Moses.
That is so rock and roll. Although I hope that you just lost the tooth during the gig. Naturally, there wasn't some sort of familial mosh pit going on.
Paul, did she return to a spinning ollie?
Oh,
Too soon?
that is too soon. For those of you who will not understand that reference.
It's an in-joke. My friend Paul once lost a tooth because somebody called
On
Ollie
the end of somebody's elbow.
elbowed him in the face. It wasn't quite as aggressive as it sounds, but it was still very, very, very bad.
So, other big news today is that my niece Maggie turns 5 today. Very exciting. We got to have a very brief video call where obviously we sang happy birthday. Now, some of you might remember that when we were doing our sofa sessions last year, Maggie requested Casio by George Ezra. And so we did an awesome little video, well, I think it's awesome, where we sort of emulated his video with lots of round things. And it was loads of fun. So, and the video starts with a very sweet message from Maggie. So we're going to play Casio for Maggie tonight. Happy 5th birthday, darling. Just need to adjust. Carolyn, you've seen Friends in the Freezing Cold and booked your grandkids onto a DCL cruise to nowhere. We're going to talk about that later.
Super exciting for you.
Yeah, and hi Dean, how are you doing? How are you and Laurie doing? Hope you and the family are all well. This is Casio.
Yeah, she got a new plan, gotta get herself away. Oh, I better act quick, I better change my ways. Or maybe I'm wasting, maybe I'm chasing time. Oh, come on, let's face it, I'm only ever lost in mind. Well, I got my tracing paper so that I could trace my path. And the bastard fates kept changing and the hands, they wouldn't stop. Well, I was ripping out the battery, I received myself a shock. And to add insult to injury, I could still hear tick and tock. Casio, Casio, please don't leave. Casio, Casio, please don't leave. Cassie got a new plan, gotta get silver gray. And I try for heaven's sake. Well, I traveled to Australia and I traveled there by train. Cause something might sound strange to you, but on the way I gained a day. And I wrote to tell my family and I wrote to tell my friends. I arrived home, it was lost again and the torture never ends. Casio, Casio, please don't leave. Casio, Casio, please. Inspector, fix me, my Casio's burned out. We're losing memories that I can't replace. She says she's tired of me running in circles. She says it's time that we took a break. Casio, Casio, please don't leave. Casio, Casio, please don't leave. Casio, Casio, please don't leave.
Thank you very much. I totally lost my place, so just sort of went up for a couple of lines. Sorry about that.
You should just break into a kazoo solo whenever that happens. Don't need a kazoo.
There is a lot of kazoo in that song already.
It's all kazoo. Kazoo. What's kazoo with you?
Yes. My mum has been vaxxed.
Sweet.
Vax part 2, part 2.
Oh, part 2. I think mine's just.
Congratulations.
Mine just had the one.
I don't know, actually.
Answer
Can't
on a
remember.
postcard, please, Victoria. I am having mine next Saturday, a week tomorrow, which makes me feel old. But
No, it's okay, because now the headline today was that all under 40s can be vaccinated, so you
I
can still
pretend to be
pretend
under
it's
40.
okay.
Amazing.
I feel like I'm really far away from you, like we're sort of co-anchors on a newsroom or something. So Simon, what's going on over with you? On the left-hand
And
side of
now
the
the
room.
weather, which I will present.
Hi, Suzanne. Really good to see you too. The Hegartys have booked a cruise to nowhere as well. Not ready to talk about that. We're going to talk about that another later on.
We also got wine chat coming up, folks.
Yes.
Because we're no longer in Balham, I can no longer go to the wine twit, but I've got.
It's all right. You stocked up before we left.
Yeah, I've got a small store. I've only got a few bottles left from the wine twit, but today I went to a new wine shop it's not new, it's been here for ages, but I'm new, in Clifton in Bristol, called DBM Wines. I'm going to try out the Clifton wine cellars maybe next week, depending on how quickly I get through this wine. But my very good friend Mike bought me a wine voucher to say welcome to Clifton, so I went and spent it.
I got flower vouchers, which I'm very excited about. I don't know where the florists are yet, so I need to find those, and then I can buy loads of flowers. Because obviously at the moment, wine is no good to me. I get my one glass a week. Not even that. 1 glass a week.
Really?
So yeah, I've been kind of off wine. So this evening I was wondering what to drink, and I would have tried a non-alcoholic, interesting wine or something, some other sort of drink, except I didn't think about it until this morning, and I was limited in where I could go. The co-op near here is not so well stocked with
Good for
things
vegan
that are
food, not so
interesting.
good for
Very good for
non-alcoholic
vegan
food.
food, though, yeah. Suzanne wants me to stand up to see the baby bump. Okay, yes, so I have grown somewhat over the last month. That's mainly what I've been doing, so let me show you.
Focused concentration.
Are you ready?
Growing.
Yeah, there's definitely a baby in there.
And baby is kicking,
Definitely
saying,
a baby in there.
hello whenever Kate lies down.
Not just then, after I eat.
Oh, yeah, that
Basically, yeah.
No, that's just wind, I think.
It could just be wind. Anyway.
Jokes. My wife doesn't have wind. How dare you? How dare you insinuate?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Steve Jones. Hello. Hi, Katie Hill. And hello, Pierces, Olies. Hi, Jody Jacobs. Guys, really nice to see you all on. Let's play a song.
This song is about communicating effectively with your partner through the medium of sex.
It's called Tell Me With Your Body.
Don't open your mouth. It's not time to talk. Don't try to tell me what you're thinking right now. We'll just get our wires crossed. We've been sitting here talking, sometimes thinking, carrying on with neither one of us blinking. If you got a message for me, why don't you tell me with your body? Tell me with your. I sing jazz, singing jazz, I'm singing jazz. Tell me with your body. When I sing jazz, jazz. Tell me with a show. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Your voice is beautiful. On the end of the telephone, and I love to find a letter under my pillow, but don't do it every day. It's sweet to hold it till we get back home. And the tension's about to blow. If you got a message for me, why don't you tell me with your body? Tell me with your. Well, I sing jazz, singing jazz, I'm singing jazz. Tell me with your body. I sing jazz, singing jazz, jazz. So tell me with your.
Won't you tell me now? Won't you sing it now? Won't you bring it now? Well, come on now, bring it now. Girl, don't you know that I feel you with my head,
With my eyes,
with my skin,
with my mind. Thank you very much.
Very good. Shirt sleeve is just slightly too tight, and if I'm at the wrong angle, all the circulation to my right hand gets cut off, and then I can't feel anything.
You need to put extra little cuts up the sleeves.
Little elasticated flares.
Yeah. So, Steve Jones, you feel like you've missed us more than usual, but actually, we've gone down from playing once a week to once a month. So we haven't played for a month. So maybe the last time you saw us was last month, the last time we played. But yeah, work has been brutal for you and for Paul Papworth.
Oof.
Nice to have your lovely Friday night returned. We are very, very happy to be back on Friday night.
Yes,
So, and Steve, in answer to your question, yes, with the impending arrival of this little one, our ship adventures have, for now, been curtailed. We certainly can't go back to Disney as a duo, really, the way that they were offering the work, although at the moment they're not really offering any duo work. So it's all solo musicians as far as we know. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Never say never. And, you know, Disney do offer other things that we could do, which would involve us having the little one on board with us. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Not for now. I think we'll have a couple of landlocked years. We'll see. Right. Are we going to... no, Steve. We're not going to name the little one after you. No offence.
Ha! Steve is a good, strong name, and
we know both men and women called
both
Steve.
called Steve. I, being a big Captain America fan, did think about it. I was like, Steve or Rogers? I was like, Rogers? Weirdly enough, one of the, I think not the first, but maybe one of the early governors of Jamaica was called Rogers something or other. I can't remember his surname.
That's so random.
Yeah, I watched Pirates. No, it was called Black Flag. No, Black Sails. It was good. About pirates. Pirate nerd. So yeah, Rogers could be a strong name, but not Steve. Sorry, Steve.
So something else big that has happened on the music scene, in the music industry in the last month, is that the Country Music Awards happened. So obviously we pay quite close attention, and one of our favourites won Song of the Year, which is very exciting, and that is Maren Morris and The Bones. And Luke Combs won Album of the Year. Maren Morris won Album of the Year last year, so I mean she's on fire. And if any of you watched it, which I'm sure some of you did, you will have seen her perform her new single with her husband, Ryan Hurd, called Chasing After You, which is absolutely gorgeous, and that one's on the list.
My personal opinion, Jason Isbell should have won quite a lot more, and also Chris Stapleton should have won quite a lot more, but that's not the way the country music industry works at the moment.
They've both won their fair share. I don't know about Jason Isbell, actually. But Chris Stapleton won, I think he's won Song of the Year and Album of the Year in the last few years.
Yeah, so both of them, really, but Jason Isbell particularly is kind of classed as Americana, which is it's this weird political business at the moment where basically all the artists who think that they don't belong in the current country music industry are kind of classed as Americana, and the kind of more mainstream stuff is classed as country. So the CMA is not always
the CMA is, yeah, so it's sort of the likes of Carrie Underwood, who is very country, and she's quite Christian country. She is the darling of the CMAs, so it's that gives you an idea of what they might not necessarily look at on the other end of the spectrum.
They don't like my alternative leanings quite so much. But there you go. Anyway.
Right, we're going to play The Bones.
Maren Morris is doing well across all things. Somehow she's managed to cover pop, kind of Americana, and full-on modern poppy country.
She can write a great song and sing it. She's brilliant.
Can.
We love her.
Ready?
We're in the home stretch of the hard times. We took a hard left, but we're all right. Yeah, life sure can try to put love through it, but we built this ride so nothing's ever gonna move it when the bones are good. The rest don't matter, yeah, the pain could peel, the glass could shatter, let it rain. 'Cause you and I remain the same. When there ain't a crack in the foundation, baby, I know any storm we're facing will blow right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good.
Call it dumb luck, but baby, you and I can't even mess it up, although we both try.
No, it don't always go the way we planned it, but the wolves came and went, and we're still standing when the bones are good. The rest don't matter, yeah, the pain could feel. The glass could shatter, let it rain. 'Cause you and I remain the same. When there ain't a crack in the foundation, baby, I know any storm we're facing will blow right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good. When the bones are good. Bones are good, the rest don't matter. Pain could peel the glass, oh the glass could shatter. Bones are good, the rest don't matter. Pain could peel the glass.
The glass could shatter when the bones are good. Rest don't matter, yeah, the pain could peel.
The glass could shatter, let it rain. 'Cause you and I remain the same. When there ain't a crack in the foundation, baby, I know any storm we're facing will blow right over while we stay put. The house don't fall when the bones are good. Thank you.
I can never remember how I end that song.
Not quite so
Sometimes
abruptly.
I go, and sometimes I don't.
That did surprise me. Hello, Team Ellis. Very, very nice of you to pop up. Late greetings from Chepstow.
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 Let's go. Let's go, Chepstow.
I'm glad you love the leopard print and the new hairdo.
Thank you very much. It's taken a while to get used to. What they say, the difference between a good and a bad haircut is about a week. So I'm waiting.
It's still a good haircut.
It
Or
was
do you
very
mean it's
good.
going to turn into a bad haircut?
No, maybe. No, it was a very good haircut. But you know how you have to take a week to go, what do I do now?
Yeah, well, when you've had it cut, for guys or girls, it needs to settle in.
Gotta settle in.
And you need to be able to do it yourself. Sally, friends of yours recently had the bones at their civil partnership. Ah, gorgeous choice. What a lovely choice, yeah. I love it so much. I think we play it slightly fast at the moment because we get very excited and just love it so much.
I thought it was slow. It was like, ooh, cranking the handle.
Let's do some wine chat. So, I am drinking a white wine tonight for the first time
Off-piste.
in the Bell Adventure live stream history. I'm drinking a white wine. Because as I said, I've been a little bit off red wine. I think maybe it's just the acidity. I just haven't wanted it at all. And I hate to waste a glass of wine. So this one is a gift from our lovely neighbor, Philippa, who's watching with us tonight. And it is an organic, natural wine. It's called Whitefield Blend. And it's made with organic grapes. It's got a really beautiful label with watering cans and all kinds of flowers and funny people with hedges for faces, which I'm really enjoying.
That sounds like a horror movie.
It's really not. It's not. And it is a Spanish wine, 2020, Vino de la Tierra de Castilla. So yeah, and it's really, really nice.
What about the tasting notes?
Well, I'm getting there. You'll like this because it's quite buttery, I think.
What's the grape variety?
It doesn't really say.
Could be a white Rioja.
It says produced by Altosa. imported in Australia by Alliance Wine. It doesn't say anything, it just says Spanish grapes, organic Spanish grapes.
So it's Spanish wine gone to Australia and then travelled over here with our Australian neighbour. Probably. Potentially. What does it taste like? Whoosh! Rub your nose.
It is very smooth. My palate's not really very mature for white wine because I don't drink it very often, so I'm trying to ascertain.
Give it a swoosh.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to you on that. This is boring just watching me not saying anything because I'm not sure yet.
Well, yeah.
But it's really lovely.
Her face. We'll have to tell the story.
Carl, don't worry, you didn't miss wine chat. We're doing it now.
Yeah.
They're on a Cora, Fab New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. You are a fan of your New Zealands, aren't you? Especially the whites. I don't blame you. They're lovely. I used to be obsessed with Cloudy Bay. That's a really lovely New Zealand wine.
It's mass-produced. New Zealand wine, New Zealand Prime Ministers. Big fans.
Woo.
Yes, please. It's perfect timing, Mike, because you can show the bottle to people. This is what I'm drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is from the Wine Twit. This is the Calmel Joseph, which we've had a lot of their sparkling wine, their Cremant, but this is their red.
Drip.
And this is French, obviously. Free from any label, apparently. No, I can see a label. That's not. Our cultural methods and vinification are natural and respectful of the environment. This great Languedoc wine is produced after a strict selection of parcels made by Laurent Calmel and Jerome Joseph. So Calmel and Joseph got together, formed a partnership. The grapes are harvested when they come to the right maturity. A careful blending harmonizes the varieties of Syrah, Black Grenache, and Carignan. There you go. And it apparently has the right balance, which allows to blah, blah, blah. Some stuff
You really gave us a lot. Okay, I'm going to grab another bottle of something for you all right with that? Or do you want another? We'll get another bottle. Hang on.
Bottom,
Get another baby bottle.
bottom center.
This one?
Yeah. I don't know what that one is. So, what I can tell you about this red wine, ladies and gentlemen. It's very red. Oh, it's very smooth. It's got a touch of acidity. Amiably drinkable.
We've had a guest just join us, and she's probably thinking, what is going on? What have I walked into? It's like talking about wine in microphones.
It's Keith Floyd and that woman from the future.
Welcome to the Velleventure live stream.
Yeah. Whoosh, blackcurranty, but just very subtly, just as much as you would want. It's not Ribena. It's just the right amount. Let's quickly play a song before people think that we're just into wine. This is a song about things that I like. Surprisingly, I didn't write about wine. I just wrote about camping and guitars and my wife.
I get one line in the whole song. Let's not delve into that.
I like the way your hand wraps around the neck, and I like the way the sweat runs right down my back, and I like the feel of the wood, the grain, the silk, and the skin. I think I like the way you look when you walk out on my arm. And I wrote that bad song, but I think I like the chorus. I make bad choices, but they weren't right on balance. I don't know how I made the good things that I perhaps I learned some good lessons from my maker. Well, it wasn't so bad. I like the smell of the air right after thunderstorming. I like to open a window just before the dawning. I like the smell of the air, the sun, the sea, and the sand. I think I like the way you look when you walk out on my arm. I wrote that bad song, but I think I like the chorus. I made bad choices, but they worked out right on balance. I don't know how I made the good things that I perhaps I learned some good lessons from my maker. Well, it wasn't so bad. So many paths to take, is it any wonder? Sometimes we get confused and we make many blunders. Doesn't matter, we all end up where we end up. Just be sure of the person that you end up with. Yeah, I wrote that bad song, and I think I like the chorus. I made bad choices, but they worked out right on balance. I don't know how I made the good things that I perhaps I learned some good lessons from my maker. Well, it wasn't so bad. I wrote that bad song, but I think I like the chorus. I made bad choices, but it worked out right on balance. I don't know how I made the good things that I perhaps I learned some good lessons from my maker. Well, it wasn't so bad.
Thank you very much. Whew.
Thank you.
There is a lot less room in there for breathing and harmonica work than there used to be. Let me tell you that much. Right then.
Well done, you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, thanks.
Be supportive, guys. It's important. It's very important to be supportive.
It is. Oh, that wasn't actually the one that was planned for next, I don't think.
Oh,
You've
Oh,
skipped.
yeah.
You've skipped way down the list. It doesn't matter. It's
because
fine.
I can't read. It just began with an I, so I thought, oh, it must be that one.
Hey Marlon, how are you?
Hey, dude.
Oh, we can't wait to have a glass of wine or whatever with you as well. How is life in Florida? Miami.
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 Are you going back to work anytime soon, Marlon? Let us know.
Hello to Ali. You forgot it was Friday. It's Friday!
Oh, we forgot it was Friday.
I can't believe we forgot to do that. For those who are new to the Better Venture live stream, who are currently like, what has happened?
What's that cacophony?
When we first started doing this a year and a bit ago, every live stream I just started saying, it's Friday, and then it just developed and developed and developed, and it's become a thing. So now we do that every time. And usually we start the night off with it, but we were so excited, we just rushed and started and got ahead of ourselves. So...
Yeah, if I'd remembered, I would have come up with some new version. We could have done it to the trap beat that Mike came up with this week.
I think that for the first one back in a while, I think it's good to do an old school It's Friday. It just reminded me because, Ali, you said you forgot it was Friday, and my mum said to me recently that she can't realize it's Friday without hearing us say, it's Friday, in her head, and I loved that. It made me really, really happy and made me laugh. Ryan, Orlando, hope you guys are well. I'm just catching up with some comments, mostly from Steve. Yes.
Steve, Steve Jones, are you driving? Are you driving right now? Are you driving a truck and texting? If so, stop. Pull over, text.
Marlon, keep us posted. He says, doesn't seem like he's going back soon, not on the Magic. Hopefully in a couple of months for other ships. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's just the Magic sailing out of the UK.
That's right.
Because apparently we're doing well with the virus, which, yeah.
And actually, well, let's talk about it now. So DCL are doing their blue cruises to nowhere. Loads of our DCL friends have joined the ship. They've all flown over from America and come here and joined the ship in Dover. And they are all out rehearsing and doing shows and things like that, which is so exciting. And, we got a little bit of a pang of envy.
However, the thought of sailing around the Channel, seeing as the both of us are fairly intimate with the UK, and we know what the weather's like, and we know what the Channel is like, I can think of places I'd rather be, and I think here is probably one of them.
But Team Hegarty and Carolyn and family, you've booked cruises to nowhere. Have you booked the 2 days, the 4 days? Is there a 3-dayer? What's happening? Where are you leaving from? Tell us all the details. Yeah, I want to know. I guess, Carolyn, you're going from Dover, and Sally and Simon, you're going from maybe Newcastle or somewhere like that, maybe Liverpool. So that's really cool. Also, yesterday we watched the launch video for the Disney Wish. Did you see it? What do you think? It's all very exciting. But as we were saying earlier, they're not really offering any duo work, or they don't seem to be mentioning musicians much at all, actually. So
Yeah, I think they're changing the way they do things, which
they are.
I can't fault them for. I think
Yeah.
it's something you need to do. And I thought, I think that they needed a bit of a refresh on that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some ideas for their refresh. We were discussing that we
So
think...
Bob Chapek,
Bob Chapek, if you're
call
watching.
me, call me.
We were discussing that, all the musicians should have dedicated areas, like, you've got on the Wonder, you've got the band who play in Tiana's, and they're sort of they're Tiana's band, and so they play 2 shows every, for all the
New
sittings.
Orleans Jazz, for
New
those of you
Orleans
who've
Jazz
not been
stuff.
auditioning to.
We were thinking that you could have a band that are the Aristocats, Acid Jazz Cats, and they end the night with Everybody Wants to Be a Cat.
Apparently on the
Go
Disney
crazy.
Wish, they're going to have a Star Wars lounge.
They are.
Which clearly they need to have the Mos Eisley Cantina band.
Right? And then, obviously, if it was my ship, I'd have an Italian restaurant dedicated to Lady and the Tramp. And so you could have that kind of gorgeous music, opening the night with Bella Notte every night. So, yeah, that's our idea. So just, hang on to that.
Well, I'd have Woody's Roundup, obviously, and we'd just play country music.
Exactly. So, Steve, do we know the DeLoreans?
The DeLoreans.
No?
I mean, that's a great name
Yes.
for a band.
Yeah. I was just like, what do you mean, like...
Are they a duo that we might have met, or are they just a band that we should listen to?
Yeah, Steve, you've got some heavy name drops going on. We don't know any of these people so far.
Steve,
so
did
I'm sure
we
they're
meet you
great.
on a Carnival ship, or did we meet you on the
Yes,
Disney ship? We did,
Carnival.
Yeah. It was a Carnival Breeze, wasn't it?
Yeah. Carolyn, 7 nights in total. That is amazing. So you're doing back-to-back 4 nights and 3 nights from Southampton, none from Dover. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Sorry, lots of ship news. That's really awesome.
So in honour of that, we're going to play the Van Morrison song Into the Mystic, which is all about sailing on the Mystic River. And incidentally, as a side note, one of my favourite movies of all time is Mystic River.
It's time to watch that again. I haven't seen it for a long
Directed
time.
by Clint Eastwood and starring Tim Robbins and Sean Penn and Lawrence Fishburne and the inimitable
Loads of people.
Kevin Bacon.
Sally, we wish that we were doing the cruises with you as well. I hope your friends really love it. They've never been on UCL before. They're going to love it. That's really cool.
We were born for the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat won as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry. Smell the seas touch the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly as we sail into the mystic. When at a foghorn blows, well, we're coming home. When at a foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it. days of old. Magnificent we will go as we sail into the misty. Well, can you hear me, girl? When out of foghorn blows, I will be coming home. When out of foghorn whistle blows, I don't want to hear it. I don't have to fear it. I want to rock your gypsy soul, just that way back in the days of old. Magnificently we will go as we sail into the misty. Oh, can you hear me, girl? I said, come on, girl.
Thank you.
How's that pipe blowing going?
It's going. Ooh. Yeah, it's been a
Good.
while.
Yes, I feel your pain. My fingers are sore because I've not been playing guitar.
It's not a competition.
No. If it was, you'd win. Very competitive. She's like Monica from Friends. It's true.
I don't recall it was me that turned it into a competition. No, it's so nice to be playing harmonica and singing again. Although it is different singing when over halfway through your pregnancy term. It feels very different. So it's very interesting. Yeah. I won't bore you with all the details, but yeah, it feels really different. It's interesting. Right, Helen Popworth, you're so welcome. I know you love that song. We do too. Hey, Alex Marmon, and hello to Vicky Lalloway.
Hi, Mum.
So, Carl, our hosts have good taste. The artwork next to us and the whiskey bottle behind us. Yes, it would make a good album cover, right? We have our album. You can't really see it, but here we have 3 copies of the album lined up next to the whiskey bottle because I thought the same. But yeah, so that artwork, that piece of artwork is really interesting, actually. Yeah, that's the only artwork you can see in the frame. So it's basically a sort of a conceptualized sound wave. I can't remember the song. I think it says it, but I can't read it from here. It's beautiful, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's something. Something.
Yeah, so we'll come back to you with that and tell you what it is. But yeah, really, really lovely. Done by an artist friend of our friend Mike. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Really, really cool. Right then. What are we playing next?
Down and Out. I wrote this song many years ago, before my wife and I were together. After I just moved to London, I'd been a musician in the Southwest, and I was like, I'm going to go make it in London, where all the streets are paved with gold. I found out they're actually paved with McDonald's wrappers and rats and shit. But, you know, hey, I survived, and then I left. But while I was there, I was just getting parking tickets and not a lot of work. And so I wrote this song about being down on my luck. But I toughed it out, I saw it through, I got there, and then I met my beautiful wife. And look at me now. much better. Although somebody did say some months ago on the live stream that this was the song of lockdown.
Yes.
Because everyone was down and out.
Carl, thank you. He meant our CD.
Ah.
I didn't think you could see it from there. Very eagle-eyed. Well done. You're obviously watching it on a much bigger screen than I have on my phone.
This song is called Down and Out.
It took the beat right out of my hands. When I was getting ready to swing. Well, I'm a working man, honey, but they won't let me work. It took the steel right out from under my feet. When I was getting ready to cut. Well, I'm a working man, honey, but they won't let me work. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. It took the wheels right out my van. Oh, my van. When I was getting ready to ride. Well, I'm a Roman man, honey, but they won't let me roam. It took the canvas right out from under my feet. Well, I was getting ready to move. Well, I'm a fighting man, honey, but they won't let me fight. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. It took the pistol right out of my hands. When I was getting ready to blow. Well, I'm a desperate man and they won't let me go. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out. Whoa, I'm down. Whoa, I'm out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I got a frog. I had a frog.
Yeah,
It's lack of practice.
I got a frog too.
Nah. Ribbit.
Steve, I don't know if the UK are accepting American tourists. Probably not yet. I'm not really sure. But yeah, when you are ready to make
Although
a visit.
our friends have flown in to work, so I'd imagine they are accepting.
Yeah, I don't really know. I
People
think you'll
flying.
probably still need to quarantine and that kind of thing, so it's probably not worth doing it just yet.
Maybe.
Unless you are coming over for work and your company is paying for your quarantine hotel.
Check the government website, gov.co.uk.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
no, .gov.uk. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Look for UK
Google
government.
it.
Put government and UK, and you'll probably get something.
Yeah. Right then.
Right then, she says.
Right then. Suzanne has asked if we're finding out the gender before the birth. We are. We have.
We were discussing earlier that we think that gender is
Sex.
is now something that's chosen. So
The biological sex of the
biological
baby.
sex is the thing that we will find out.
We have found out.
We have found out.
So yes, we know. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying tonight. So are we. It's so much fun. Are we going to tell them?
My wife has declared that she does not want to tell you yet.
I didn't want. I just didn't want to do a big, the...
She's being terribly British and doesn't want to do
I am,
she's
because I
embarrassed.
didn't want to do... It's not that I'm embarrassed. It's specifically, I didn't want to do a pink or blue gender reveal thing. It's quite American, not very British, and I don't really think that
considering the kind of music that we play, we should probably go American.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like a lot of fuss when, if people ask, then I tell them. It's not a big secret, but I didn't want to just announce, unsolicited announce the sex of our child. That's all.
It makes us feel awkward. We're actually, for performers, we're actually fairly demure people.
So if you'd like to know, we are happy to share it with you. So, let us know. And Steve, I don't think we did let it slip earlier, actually.
Did we let it slip?
No. When you were talking about, he might think when you're talking about names and things.
Yeah, Grover Washington Jr. That's the name I'm going
Yeah,
for.
well, as we said, we know men and women called Steve, actually. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And Suzanne, you're right. Healthy is all that matters.
If it's a boy, I'm going to name him after the Queen.
I love you're still talking like we don't know.
Yeah, Queen. The full name will be Queen Elizabeth II, Monarch of the Realm. That's the full name. Monarch of the Realm would just be the
No
middle
more
name.
unlikely words have ever sprouted from my husband's mouth, and there have been a few.
Yeah. But it would be ironic, and I think I'd quite enjoy that. Or any name, as long as it can be followed by the Conqueror, which I think would also be good. Or the Barbarian.
No.
You pick the first name, but I get the middle name, and therefore it would be the Barbarian or the Conqueror.
No.
I mean, I think Suzanne the Barbarian has a lovely ring to it, Suzanne. Don't you?
Suzanne might take offence to that. You're not a barbarian. It's not going to be Kroll either.
Kroll?
Choosing a name is so hard. Well, yes, it is very hard. I think we've got one or two that are in the front running. I think we know what we're going to call it.
We've got it sorted, guys.
So, Carolyn, you have a bet going with your daughter. You worked it out from the scan ages ago. That's really interesting because my friend also knows that scan trick and worked it out as well.
Did she get it right?
She did. So, actually, so we're happy to tell you, and Bev, I know you're dying to know. So, before we tell you, why don't you log your guesses and let's see who's right.
Yeah. And then,
Carolyn, I'm curious to know what you and your daughter think.
And then we'll run a competition on the name.
No, no.
However many votes, as long as it's not Boaty McBoatface, then we'll name our child whichever name.
Stop talking.
We decide.
Yes.
Had you guessing for a minute there, didn't I?
Okay.
All right, let's do a song.
Right, whilst you get your guesses in, and I enjoy all those comments, we're going to play a song.
That is actually, surprisingly, what we do more often than talk.
I'm so enjoying this evening. It's brilliant. So I'm sorry, we're really chatty because we've missed you all so much, and this is great. So I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. We're going to play you "Shallow."
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for a change. times I fear myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Oh, 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 I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Thank you very much.
We loved that film. Loved
yeah.
Loved it like a punch in the face. It's amazing and brilliant and beautiful, but so sad.
So we were away working when it came out, so we didn't see it for ages and ages. And I'd say maybe 80% of people that we know who watched it immediately got in contact with us and said, "Oh my God, it's just you guys! You should watch it. This is just so
Which is
you."
a bit concerning.
And
if
so
you've,
when we actually watched it, we were like, "Oh my God, really? Like they are broken."
I've never wet myself in public, ladies and gentlemen. The key element of that is
I
in
think the
public.
less we say about that scene, the better, because I found it so harrowing. God, I could barely look at the screen. But we ended up watching it on the plane back from one of our Disney contracts back to the UK. And we watched it quite late at night, which was a good thing because the lights were down in the plane because I was sobbing. So, yeah, what a film, what a film. Right, let's just have a quick look at
What we probably should do is go back and watch the Chris Christopherson and
Do you know, I've never seen that version, so yeah, I would really like to watch that version.
Babs.
So let's see what everybody thinks about the sex of our child. Okay. Wait, hang on. There's.
It was a boy.
Oh yeah.
but
So
then we
Bev
thought
says,
it didn't
"Simon,
have a
don't be
word to it."
daft about the names." Thanks, Bev. I know you got my back. So Suzanne thinks it's a boy.
I was going to name him after you, Bev. Call him Bevin, after the great Labour politician.
Oh, has she blown that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
Yeah, you're out.
That's so mean. So Suzanne thinks it's a boy. Carolyn thinks it's a boy. Sally thinks it's a boy. Vicky and Laird think it's a boy. Suzanne wanted us to stand up to try and figure it out. Bev thinks it's a girl.
Would you like me to stand up now, Suzanne? Does that help?
Ali thinks it's a boy. Steve, it's not twins. we know.
Good
we know
shout,
that much.
Steve,
It's
though.
not
Take the
twins.
wild card.
I'm a twin myself. We were quite keen for twins. But,
And my
you know,
grandfather
maybe
was
next
a twin,
time.
so we thought there was a high likelihood of twins, but apparently not.
Yeah, maybe next time. Steve, you're lovely. Lady Gaga just messaged and said, "Who stole my voice?" That's really cute, thank you.
Well, thank you, Steve. That's kind of you to say.
So, Bev, we can play Follow Your Arrow, Point Your Arrow. I thought you might ask for that.
Can you hurry up?
I'm just getting to the end so I don't miss anything. Neve thinks it's a girl. Ryan's just laughing. Oh, Steve, you're a twin as well. Okay.
We've just had a call from the audience for a Shakira song. Shakira.
We know one Shakira song, and it's a Disney song.
Well, but it's not strictly a Disney song.
It's not strictly a Disney song. It's Try Everything. It was from
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Try everything. That's right. It's called Tell Me Again.
So, right, yeah, skip to the end. We are having a baby girl.
I didn't think she was going to tell you then.
So,
There we go. So I was completely and utterly convinced that it was a boy.
So was I.
So even subconsciously, I didn't even realise I knew. And then when we found out, I was like, I'm sorry, I think you've got that wrong. Could you just have another look? We
were both the literal picture of, you know that emoji that's just got sort of two eyes and just a round, like, oh, we were both like, wait, really? The sonographer, who was lovely, was a bit surprised at our surprise because we were both completely convinced it was a boy. But she's not.
No.
So.
An Amazonian warrior will reveal herself on August the 30th.
And she'll have a baby.
Nice. I like what we did there.
So.
Our child will be born fierce and mean and
that's
horrible
right.
to men.
No.
And
just
women,
fierce.
universally.
Anyway. Okay, so Becky Eden got it right. Carolyn did not. Hello to Matt Baker. How are you doing?
Matt Baker.
Hello, Matt Baker. Right then. We're going to play one of our own.
This song is really inappropriate after that wonderful news that we've just revealed. This is a song about mental health. And this kind of, after we released the album, this was the slow burn that lots of people later through the year said to us this was the one that got to them because it's sort of hopefully meaningful. It was, about kind of it's about being there for somebody and saying, like, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. One step at a time.
Yeah. Just take a breath, count to 10. You are not alone. I'm not sure I meant to grab this by the tail. Where's that voice telling me if I just hang on, then I cannot fail? I'm telling myself I'm brave, but my heart knows better, and I should just run away home.
My body's aching, holding all this in. I turn my head and listen to my fear, let it all rush in. I've been facing it all alone for far too long, and I should just run away home. Take a breath, open your eyes,
Count to 10, and 10 again.
go on and take a lap. Don't let that monkey on your back. He'll only whisper in your ear. You know that you're worn out from that weekend when you never came down. Don't make decisions when you're on your own. Come on, let's just run away home.
Come on, baby, stand with me. Let the mirror show you what you need. stand real near, whisper in your ear when you don't know how you ought to feel. Take a breath, open your eyes, count to 10, and 10 again. Go on and take a lap, don't let that monkey on your back. He'll only whisper in your ear. You know that you're worn out from that weekend when you never came down. Don't make decisions when you're on your own. Come on, let's just run away home. Come on, let's just run away home. Come on, let's just run away home. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's the pensive middle of the set. And then now we're going to start the long and arduous climb to the end.
Arduous. Charming.
Music today.
True. She's got great hair.
Great sense of style. I do like her vintage styling.
Yeah. Right then. You all know what song is coming. You all love it. This is Follow Your Arrow.
Yeah, it is.
Can you remember how to play it?
Yeah, let's find out. I'm feeling it's up here.
Very fitting, having just been chatting about babies, because you all know we learnt this song for the first time we even really came across this song was when we were looking for songs to play for my goddaughter's naming ceremony. And we knew it wasn't going to be a very traditional ceremony, so it was quite tongue-in-cheek. And I was a bit nervous because there were still, all the grandparents and stuff were there. But this went down really well. Everyone loved it. So this is Follow Your Arrow. If you save yourself for marriage, you're a bore. If you don't save yourself for marriage, you're a horrible person. You won't have a drink, then you're a prude. But they'll call you a drunk as soon as you down the first one. If you can't lose the weight, then you're just fat. But if you lose too much, then you're on crack. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. So you might as well just do whatever you want. So make lots of noise, kiss lots of boys, or kiss lots of girls if that's something you're into. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint, or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it points, yeah. Follow your arrow wherever it points. If you don't go to church, you'll go to hell. If you're the first one on the front row, you're a self-righteous son of. Can't win for losing, you'll just disappoint him. Just cause you can't beat him, don't mean you should join him. So make lots of noise, kiss lots of boys, or kiss lots of girls if that's something you're into. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint, or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it points, yeah. Follow your arrow wherever it points. Say what what you feel.
Love who you love.
who you love.
Only get so many trips around the sun. Yeah, you only live once. So make lots of noise, hey! Kiss lots of boys, hey! Kiss lots of girls, if that's what you're into. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint. I would. Just follow your arrow wherever it points, yeah. Follow your arrow wherever it points.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Advice for us all, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Thanks, Suzanne. It's not over yet.
What time is it?
You just really made me worry then. She said, it's been what a great session. What a fun session this has been. I was like, wait, what?
Maybe
It's
she's got
20
to go.
past 9. It's all right.
She's probably got to go and have afternoon tea or something because it's so early in America.
That's true. Yeah, it's only about 5 o'clock with you, isn't it? Okay, we had a couple of requests.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Suzanne. Go and get a margarita.
I miss margaritas. Anyway.
Margaritas in Mexico. That's what I miss.
Oh, yeah.
With a nice guacamole and swimming in the sea.
Ryan would like to hear some Chris Stapleton, and Mike would like to hear Wagon Wheel. Pops, we have not written her a song yet. There's barely been time, but we've got time.
It's ruminating. There's as you know, I'm a fan of Jason Isbell on not the most recent album, which is excellent, and I have two copies on vinyl behind me. But on the previous album, which was called The Nashville Sound, there's a song there where he's basically writing about sort of life in America and Nashville, the city of Nashville, and living there, and kind of the state of it, and worrying about his child coming into it. I think right now, that's the song I'd probably write, is the one that was a bit negative about the world that I'd be introducing my child to. But usually what happens when I start writing a song like that is by the last verse, I've decided that there's some redeeming thing that I can put in there, and then I kind of come up with something positive. So in some ways it's quite cathartic for me and quite therapeutic.
Also, I think not every song has to be all sunshine and flowers. You know, the world is a very serious place sometimes, and if music didn't write about it and address those things, then where would we be? Some of the best songs are about that sort of thing. So,
and if you, even if you don't like the music of Jason Isbell, I highly recommend following him on Twitter because he's quite outspoken about his sort of liberal views and his support of sort of equality for all and tolerance for all. And there's a lot of people who are fans of his music who are not that way inclined. And so there's quite a lot of conflict, and he gets called out for stuff quite often and pretty much slams people in the most enjoyable way possible.
Yeah, very witty.
Yeah.
Julian would like to hear Vampires. What lovely request, thank you.
Weird enough, Jason Isbell also has a song about vampires.
Do you mean that vampires? Because we don't know that one, or do you mean our vampires?
Yeah, no.
I'm assuming you mean our vampires.
If We Were Vampires is the Jason Isbell song, which is really beautiful.
Oh, that is a gorgeous song. We should learn that one, actually. I really, really like that one. Right. Steve, I don't actually know Thomas Rhett's new song, Country Again, but we'll look that up, of course. Okay.
We do the Backstreet Boys song. And the Boss. Yeah.
We do, yes.
Yeah,
we do all of those. Okay, hang on. Let me just do these in order, otherwise you know what I'm like, I'll just forget. So should we play Tennessee Whiskey? Or should we play Starting Over?
Let's play Starting Over, because I'm really enjoying this.
Okay.
This is on the new Chris Stapleton album, newish. It's been out for 6 months. I can't remember when it came out. But this is a really good song, and there's a brilliant version of it. Do you have it on here? Yeah, you do. You've done it before, haven't you?
I don't know why it's got to that, yeah.
You looking for S?
I'm there.
There's a really lovely version of this was it last year's CMA Awards? No, must be. Anyway, there was.
It was the AMAs.
Last year's AMAs.
American Music Awards, I think.
Version of Chris Stapleton and his wife Morgan doing.
Because I think it was this year.
Okay, I have no idea.
Anyway, this is a gorgeous song, and yes, we've played this to you a few times, and we've talked about that lovely acoustic version that he and Morgan sang at the ceremony. Gorgeous, which I prefer to the album version.
Oh, rolls out like a welcome man to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan. Had all this town I can stand. And I got friends out on the coast. Jump in the water and see what flows. We've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. Some days we might fall apart, and some nights might feel cold and dark. Nobody wins afraid of losing, and the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Some days we'll look back and smile and know it was worth every mile. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over, starting over. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over, starting over.
Thank you very much. So, Ryan, I did see today that Yola is playing with Chris Stapleton on his tour.
Holy
And I looked at both pages to check if there were any UK dates, and it's not. They're in the US. I would love to see that show. That would be so incredible.
Excuse me, I tried to talk.
Don't talk,
and drink at the
Andrew.
same Yeah, and Yola has got a new single out. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, Yola is a rising star of Americana. She's played with the High Women. She features on their album. But she's actually from our neck of the woods. She's from the UK. I think she's actually from Bristol, which is where we are right now. She lived here for years and played with bands locally. And our friend Ryan knows her, counts her among his friends.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so much, Steve. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. He said we've got a knack of picking songs that really work for us. And he wants to know if...
Not our first rodeo, Steve.
If we have how many songs we try and then say, no, that's not for us. Not many, but
I get stubborn, Steve. So once I get the idea
yeah.
in my head, I'm like, no, I'll make it work.
But also he gets stubborn in that if there's like a more, say, a pop song I like, we'll play it a bit and Simon will start to obsess about how we can just make it a bit more us, which is great. And sometimes we just can't really, and so it falls by the wayside. There is one song that we both really enjoyed listening to a few years ago, and we tried to sing it a couple of times, and both of us were like, no, it really doesn't work for us. And that is when Zayn Malik first left One Direction, he released a single,
Pillow Talk,
which we both really enjoyed, and we sang it a few times, and I was just like, it is just not working. It does not sit well in our voices, it's not the right kind of thing, no. So that one is a perfect example of, it does happen sometimes. Okay, so we had another request, I think, for Vampires. Let's sing one of our own, and Wagon Wheel. So let's do Vampires.
All right.
And we've also had some room requests for Bruce Springsteen and Backstreet Boys, I think, which we can do. But this is for Julian.
Just a question for the Ellises. I was wondering if in your garden you had any trellises. That's the only question I have.
You are so random.
It's been I don't know. As soon as Kate said that you were on, that's just what popped into my head. So probably for the last half an hour, all I've been thinking about is trellises.
Wow.
No. Soz. Maybe you could grow some fruit on the trellis.
It's really boring chat. What are you talking about that for?
Well, now that it's spring / into summer, it's fruit growing time.
Okay. This is called Vampires.
No Indians in England anymore. Fascists and the nationalists, the sadists and the journalists, round them up and drove them to the sea. Now it's just me, lying here with the vampires. Blood red sky, tortured over London. The prison camps obeyed the light, with the phosphor burning, shining white. Dark-skinned people lining up to die. Now it's just me, lighting fires with the vampires. Oh, I'm trying hard to become one. They're not so bad when you get to know them, just like what came before. Trying to do no more than stay alive. Well, you've already let them in. It's too late to turn around and chuck them out again. Don't cry about what they came and took from you. You gave it up so easily, like it just comes for free. We've lost the stomp box. yourself giving in, turning away from the sun, losing the battle. It's already won by the vampires. Whoa, I'm trying hard not to become one. They're not so bad when you get to know them, just like what came before. Trying to do no more than stay alive. Well, you've already let them in. It's too late to turn around and chuck them out again. Don't cry about what they came and took from you. You gave it up so easily, like it just comes for free.
Thank you very much. Well, that was very dramatic. We lost the stomp box mid-song.
It's back.
There it is.
The power cable pulled out. I got overexcited.
Right. The Boss or Backstreet Boys? We might have time for both. The Boss. Which one should we play? We have a few.
That one?
All right, okay. Sing in the dark.
Yeah. Well, I was going to suggest I'm on fire, but we didn't actually practice it, which we were meant to.
No, and this one's just awesome. I love it so much. And I get to play harmonica.
B flat?
Yes. Bev has asked for Free Falling and Hey Ho. Do we have any plans for gigs in Bristol, Ali Ellis? We would love to. So far, I don't think many places are offering gigs at the moment. They're only just opening up outside. And I haven't heard of any of our usual haunts of old who are doing music at the moment. But
Indeed.
Watch this space. Some gigs are opening up, so some of you may have seen on our social media accounts that we are playing at an asparagus festival weekend in Milford in Surrey on the weekend of the 22nd and the 23rd of May. So it's a big sort of festival feel where you get to go and pick your own asparagus, and there's sort of massive paella trays and hay bales to sit on and all kinds of fun stuff going on. I don't really know all the details, but we will be playing. It's going on from 11 till 4. We'll be playing from 12 till 1 and 2 till 3, so that's really cool, really exciting. We're very much looking forward to that. That is our next gig, I think. That is
When's
our next gig. 22nd and 23rd of May.
I've got a gig on we got some weddings, haven't we?
We do, but are they before then?
Have I got a 12th of May or something?
You've got 12th of June.
12th of June.
Anyway, that's our gig diary.
We've got some things.
We have got some things coming up. It's very exciting, and I'm going to update our website and the Facebook page with all of the gigs in the next week. So watch those spaces. If we're doing any near you, then give us a holler. We'd love to see you. Oh, it's wine time.
Thanks. Wine. Cheers.
And Neve has asked for One Day Like This, as has my mum. So
We've got one on the list for you, Helen, but it's not that one. It's a different one.
oh yeah.
All right, but in the meantime,
In the
one for the
meantime.
room. The cheap seats.
I think they're very expensive seats, actually. They're really close to the band. VIP, one might say.
True, I was being ironic.
Didn't work.
Welcome to the cheap seats. Welcome to the cheap. That's a Wonder Stuff song called "Welcome to the Cheap Seats."
up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. Come home in the morning, I go to bed, I'm feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. I'm just a tired mom of myself. Baby, I could use just a little help. Can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Yeah, man, just keeping clearer. The radio's on and moving round the place. I turn my look in the mirror. I wanna change my hair, my clothes, my face. We ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. Something's happening somewhere. Come on, baby, now I just know it is. You can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark. This girl's for higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. I sit around getting older. There's a joke in summer and it's shown me. I said, oh, well, I'm just older. So come on, baby, the laughs on me. Baby, carving you up all night. You see, you gotta stay hungry. Well, hey, baby, just about starving tonight. Looking for some action. I'm tired of sitting around here trying to write this book. Need a little action. Come on, baby, now, give me just one look. You can't start a fire. Sitting around here crying of a broken heart. This gun's higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. You can't start a fire. What about your little falling apart? But this goes for higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. We're just dancing in the dark. We're just dancing in the dark. Hey, baby, hey, baby, dancing in the dark. Hey, baby, hey, baby, dancing in the dark. Woo, woo, dancing in the dark. Woo, woo, dancing in the dark. Woo, woo, dancing in the dark.
Thank you very much. Thanks for requesting that one. I love it.
Yeah. I've got kind of an endless list of Springsteen songs that I want to do.
Yeah.
No, you wanted us to learn Surrender, and we didn't. But then you mentioned Human Touch, and all I could think of was Human Touch. And I just wanted to learn that one instead of Surrender. Yeah, so I want to do Human Touch.
Sally, we'll try and get home in for you as well.
Oh, yeah, Tougher Than the Rest is really, really good. I'll do that.
Right. Should we do one on the list or should we do a request?
Well, we need
'Cause
we carry on. We said we were going to do a whole album, so we
That's
carry
true.
on with our...
But I would like to do, there's a Jason Isbell song that we'd like to play, because exciting news, Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit are coming to the UK. You guys must know about it, those of you who like him. If you don't know about it, get onto Ticketmaster. So we booked tickets to see him, it's really far in advance, but we booked tickets to see him in November 2022. He's only got 3 UK dates, actually 2 UK dates. Where is he playing? He's playing
London and Manchester.
London and Manchester. He's playing Dublin as well.
You know that Dublin's not in the UK.
I do, but I'm just adding it on. So he's playing London, Manchester, and Dublin. So we've booked to see him in London. I think it's 17th, 18th, and 19th of November. So yeah, that's really, really exciting. First gig we've booked, obviously, in years. We are extremely excited.
We have to try and maintain that level of excitement for a year and a half.
So the Ellises had tickets for November, but it's been moved to 2022. So are you going in London? Maybe we'll see you there. That's exciting. Really exciting. Cool.
We could car share.
Right, so we decided it was this. Yay!
Couldn't be happy in the city at night. Can't see the stars from the neon lights. Sidewalks dirty and the river is worse. Underground trains all run in reverse. Nobody here can dance like me. Everybody clapping on the 1 and the 3. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? So many people with so much to do. When it's so cold, my hands turn blue. Old men sleeping on the filthy ground. Spend their whole day just walking around. Nobody else here seems to care. They walk right past them like they ain't even there. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Daddy Cinderella would always leave me home. The river can't take me back in time, and the daddy's dead and gone. Family farms, a parking lot, walking 5 and dime. Am I last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Tried to go to college, but I didn't belong. Everything I said was either funny or wrong. Laughed at my boots, laughed at my jeans, laughed when they gave me amphetamines. Left me alone in a bad part of town. 36 hours to come back down. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Mama says God won't give you too much to bear. I beat you in Arkansas, but I'm a long, long way from there. All the world's an old and faded picture in my mind. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Am I last of my kind?
Thank you. So yeah, that's exciting. We've been going to see Jason Isbell with the Ellises. Yeah. Okay, let's get to some of these requests. We had. I'm just going back.
Whilst you do that, I'm going to play Kick 'Em When They're Down.
Okay.
Most of your friends will think the way that you do. It doesn't mean that you have to believe the shit they give you. Oh, they're wrong, just wrong. You and your family were not well educated. It doesn't mean that you had to grow up hating. Never know, you don't know. Let me tell you about a thing called love. There's nothing higher above than giving out of love to someone who needs it. How about you tell me how you can kick them when they're down? Kick someone when they're down. Most of your friends are the people's opinion. Pat yourselves on the back like you just be a bag of onions. Never know, you don't know. Where do you draw the line between you as an ancient neighbor? How much do they have to give to gain your good favor? They'll be just me. Let me tell you about a thing called love. There's nothing higher above than giving that love to someone who needs it. How about you tell me how you can kick them when they're down? Kick someone when they're down. I'll take your hatred and I'll turn it to fear. You're okay with it for use your shit when it needs. You've been so worried about Peter when you should be watching Paul. You can expect him from a great height. You're coming down with a fall. How you build up your wall? Boy, you're trapped in the middle, along with them all, long-headed by them all, long-headed by them all.
So let me tell you about a thing called love. There's nothing higher above than giving out of love to someone who needs it. How about you tell me you pick them up when they're down? You pick them up when they're down.
Go on and tell me you pick them up when they're down. You raise them up when they're down. Oh, you pick them up when they're down. You raise them up when they're down. Oh, you pick them up when they're down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That song is still about being nice to your neighbours, which is fitting because our neighbours are sitting here with us. Socially distanced neighbours.
So, Steve, you have asked if we have had to accommodate a daily job other than this due to COVID, or has music still been enough to get by without gigs? So we managed all of, pretty much all of last year just playing music, and it was thanks mostly to the generosity of all of you guys that kept us doing that, and we were still being...
Well, we would give a shout out to the mother-in-law.
Absolutely.
Helen,
She's one of those guys.
Well, yes, but she also gave us somewhere to live.
Yes. So we were extremely lucky.
Amazing.
And then in September, so Simon had started doing some handyman work, and then in September he was offered a sort of carpentry joinery role on a renovation, which turned into project management carpentry joinery role. And so we moved to London, and we have been there ever since.
For the last
And
6
then,
months.
for the last 6 months. And so we've sort of been we were doing live streams like this every week as well still. So we were sort of doing, I was being a musician, and Simon was being a carpenter, project manager, and musician.
I was very tired.
Very tired.
I'm still quite tired, actually.
And then sort of with one thing or the other, the arrival of this little one here, we decided to just take the live streams back once a month. You guys all know this. I've been training to be a life coach and stylist, so I've just started that. I'm just doing my exams, so that's exciting for me. So music is not being our primary living. Simon's got a new job creating and building cabins, starting in a week or so. So yeah, for the first time since we started the Bell Adventure, music is not going to be our primary source of income, which is a bit sad, but we're quite lucky in that we have other side hustles that we really enjoy and that really fire us and that we're quite passionate about. So we're going to see how it goes. Obviously, we will never stop doing music, and we've got a very busy summer full of gigs for weddings and events and that kind of thing.
Hopefully, we'll be a bit more fired up to write and record and make original music, which I think for me at least, but certainly for both of us, is the kind of the juicy bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve, thank you so much. That's a really generous offer of you. I will message you later. But also for those of you who want to, if you go on to thebelladventure.com, there is a donate page and you can donate to us. Or if you are on Instagram, then the link in our bio is a link to donate as well. So if you feel the need to be generous, then please do. We love it. And we really, really appreciate it. Anyway, that being done, let's play One Day Like This by Elbow. How about that? Yeah? Because we've had 2 requests for that. And then we have...
And then we will do one more song and stop.
Okay. We'll do Home for Sally as well. Bev, we'll do Free Falling and Hey Ho next time. Promise.
Or we'll come around your house and play them on your doorstep.
Yay!
When COVID allows. Obs.
Oh, I need... Just checking.
Drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off the heavy world. Yeah, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way? Using words I never say. I can only think you must be in love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Someone tell me how I feel. It's silly, wrong, but vivid, right. Oh, kiss me like a final meal. Yeah, kiss me like we died tonight. 'Cause holy cow, I love your eyes. And only now I see the light. Yeah, lying with your head away. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Well, my face is shiny crease.
If you think I winked, I did.
Laugh politely and repeat. Yeah, kiss me when my lips are thin. 'Cause holy cow, I love your eyes. And only now I see the light. You're lying with your half awake, stumbling over what to say. Well, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Those curtains white. One day like this, you'd see me right. Roll those curtains wide.
One day like this,
You'd see me right. Roll those curtains wide. One day like this, you'd see me right. Roll those curtains wide. One day like this, you'd see me right.
holy cow, I
Those
love your
curtains wide.
And
Day
only
like
now I
this,
see
you'd
the
see me right.
Holy cow, I
Those
love your
curtains wide. One day
Only
like
now I
this, you'd see me right. Throw those curtains wide. One day like this, you'd see me right. Throw those curtains wide. One day like this, you'd see me right.
Thank you. Oh my God, it's gone 10 o'clock. Oh no, I can't believe it. We didn't get through everything. Never mind. It will bounce on to next time. Oh, guys, thank you so much for being with us for this Friday. First one in a month. I've just absolutely had such a brilliant time. I've loved it. What about you?
Yeah, it was right.
What about you? Thanks, guys, so much. We'll see you next month. I'll give you lots of notice as to when it is. We've already got the date in mind, so I will be posting about it, and we will see you all there.
Do we?
Have
Do I know about this date?
yeah, you do. He's just forgotten. Have a wonderful weekend, a bank holiday weekend for those of us in the UK.
Hurrah.
Enjoy it. Try and get out and have a drink, because we can now. Mike, will you do the honours for us?
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
We
Thanks
love you
for
very
watching.
much.
See you later.
Mwah, mwah,
Bye-bye.
mwah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.